ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Math 20-3, Chapter 1, Section 8, Slope Review. Now, starting out, technically rise over run review, starting out with ratios. Now, 750 milliliters of water is mixed with 250 milliliters of juice. What is the ratio of concentrate to water? Well, concentrate to water, 750 milliliters of water, 250 milliliters of juice. Now you're going, what the heck is that? What's that have to do with slope and rise over run? Well, quite a bit actually, and we're actually building up to the slope equals rise over run equation. Now, a few things. Normally, when we talk about ratios, 250 to 750 like that, notice the units are the same, so I can cancel them out. Cancel out the answers, so that means you don't have to write them anymore. Now, if you did that as on a fancy math calculator, and I asked you to simplify, you get 1/3 several ways to write it out. 250 over 750 is what I expect. 0.3 repeating, 0.333 is what I expect. Writing it as 1/3, 0.333 is not necessary. Nice, but not necessary. And now you see, oh, this stuff looks like that slope stuff. But let's do a couple more questions like this. Now, to get a perfect shade of green, you need to mix 2.3 liters of blue paint with 1.7 liters of yellow paint. What is your ratio? Well, blue to yellow. That's not very easy to see, but that's 2.3 liters. And I'm going to write this yellow, purple, 1.7 liters. So the ratio here is 2.3, 1.7. That's what I'm expecting. Now, if you have the fancy calculator, no, you don't have to do this. But I expect a 1.353 ratio. So give me the fraction and the decimal to 3 decimal places. Okay? Now, moving on, getting closer to slope. A dirt bike requires, rise over run review, cross multiplication. A dirt bike requires 15 liters of gas to be mixed with 4 liters of oil. If you use 20 liters of gas, how much oil do you need? 15 liters of gas with 4 liters of oil. 15 liters, 4 liters of oil. That equals 20 liters of gas. How much oil do you need? What do you call a number you don't know? I call it X. Now, how do we do the cross multiplying here? Well, unfortunately, it's cross multiplying. Depending on who taught you math 10, it becomes 15 times X equals 20 times 4. 15x equals repeating. Okay. I'm going to stop there for a sec. 4 times 20, yes. Then what do? Well, you got to get x all by itself. So how do you get rid of times 15? Divide by 15. multiplies by 15. X is 5.333 repeating meters of water. Okay. See how that goes? Remember that? If you're having trouble with this, pause the recording, go back and watch the video. Right? Otherwise, let's go on. Rise over run review, cross multiplication. Another one. If 10 centimeters on a map represents 25 kilometers of actual ground, how many centimeters would 45 kilometers of actual ground be on the map? Well, what do? 10 centimeters on a map, 25 kilometers, so over actual, that is 10 centimeters, 25 kilometers, that equals 45 kilometers. How many centimeters? That's x, 45 kilometers. Now, I'm going to stop and make certain you got that, because I know I'm going to get a little fast. And you look at this and you go, okay, Mr. Sutton is saying we really should have the same units top and bottom. We should. I'm lazy. I'm going to skip over that part. Now, what am I going to do here? I'm going to cross multiply. Just the 45. So x equals 10 centimeters times 45 kilometers over 25 kilometers. Kilometers cancel out. So grabbing Mr. Calculator, 10 times 45 divided by 25. Mr. Calculator says 18 centimeters. I tend to believe this, but you guys should double check my math because I'm getting old. All right? Good. Moving on. So, rise over run review. What's the slope formula? Remember? All right, pull out your formula sheet if you haven't got it. So you should have one handy now. Here it is. We're talking about slope, which is all the second page here. And do trig ratios later. Nope, tangent theta, opposite over adjacent. Rise over run. Here we go, slope. Slope equals rise over run. That's the most basic one. And remember, if you talk to math tense, you then maybe use the formula, the abbreviation M for slope, which is pretty popular because it has stuff. Anyway, so slope anytime we say slope, that's the first thing that should pop in your mind. Actually, no, my apologies. First thing that should pop in your mind is grab your formula sheet and look at the different formulas. Anyway, question. Calculate the slope of the line that has a rise of 12 centimeters for a run of 8 centimeters. Rise of 12. A run of 8 centimeters. Now, express the answer as a fraction and a decimal. Centimeters over centimeters, so the units cancel, which is good. So that becomes 12 over 8. Now, those of you with the fancy calculators will go 3 over 2. As I said, I don't care. This fraction I'm fine with. However, when you grab this calculator and put that in as a decimal, you should get 1.5. Alright? So those two answers I'm looking for, 12 over 8 and 1.5. So, what's the slope of a roof that rises 8 feet over a horizontal distance of 18 feet? Okay, didn't put in a picture here, but let's try it. Now, we already should draw a picture. I forgot the last one. Anyway, what's the slope of a roof that rises 8 feet or horizontal distance of 18? Horizontal distance is the run. And see where it's confusing. Feet. So slope. Rise. Run. And rises 8 feet. care about 4 over 9? No, I'm happy with 18 over 8. But you grab this calculator and you get a decimal for this, which I expect you to do. 0.4. 4. Yes, it goes on forever. Remember, be economical with your energy. Stop at 3 decimal places. Now, that's it for the first part. If any problems with any of this, go back and watch the video again. Otherwise, let's continue on to the second part.